Hi everyone and welcome to this Java interview preparation series. So the very first question would be, how many keywords does Java have? What are those keywords? Which ones are not used? So the answer would be more than 50. Why more than 50 and not the exact number? To answer this, let's check the official Oracle documentation regarding the Java language keywords. And the Oracle specifies all of these keywords 50, but this is only for the Java version 8, which was for the long time it was the latest version of the JDK, but the current version of the JDK as for now is Java 18. So there is an official page with language changes, which shows you which changes were done to every new version. But let's come back and discuss all of those keywords. To explain it more easily and more efficiently, I decided to list all of those keywords by categories. So let's start with the primitive data types. So these keywords are used to declare the variables of primitive data types such as byte, short, int, long, char, float, double, and boolean. Next category would be loops and conditions. For example, if else condition, then there can be a switch block with different cases and a default case. Then there can be a while loop and a do while loop if you want to execute at least one iteration before checking the condition. There can be a break keyword used to stop execution of a loop, and continue keyword used to skip one iteration of the loop, and for loop with parameters. The next category is exceptions. So there is a try keyword to declare a block in which an exception can occur, catch to declare a code block which will be executed once an exception has occurred. Finally, um, declares a block of a code which will be executed in any case whether or not the exception has occurred. Throw keyword used to throw an instance of an exception, and a throws keyword used to determine that a method can throw an exception. The next category is scope access modifiers. So the first one is private, to for example, to say that a method or a variable can be only used within a class it's declared. A class can be also private. So then the next one is protected, to declare that a method or a variable, a field, can be only accessed within the class or within the um, child class, a class which derives this particular class, and public, which can be accessed from anywhere. The next category is declaration and import. So here we have the import keyword to import classes and interfaces, the package to organize the code and to define that the class you write belongs to a particular package. Then a class declaration keyword, interface, extends keyword is used to tell that a particular class inherits another class, and implements keyword used to uh, say that a class implements a particular interface. A static keyword can be used for fields and methods of a class in order to say that these fields and methods can be accessed without creating an instance of a class, and they can be accessed just by using the class name, for example. And inner classes can be also static. A final keyword, for example, if you have final fields and final methods, it means you cannot override those methods in the child classes. A class can be also final, and it means this class cannot be inherited. So you cannot create a child class, you cannot extend it. The void keywords tell us that a method returns nothing. So this is, I'm sorry, return back. So the void keywords tells that the method returns nothing. So there is no, this is the returning type of a method only. Abstract keyword tells, for example, in case of the class, that this class might have, it may have, but not necessarily has, abstract methods. And this class, in order to create an instance of this class, you need to extend it, and you only can create the instance of this extended class. So, and methods can be also abstract, and it means that they have to be overridden. You have to override those methods in a child class if you want that child class to be non-abstract. Native keyword is used to mark native methods. So Java has Java native interface, which allows you to call functions written, for example, in C language, C programming language, and compiled to the machine code. And for this, you would use just normal Java method marked with native keywords, which will call the functions written in C programming language, for example. The next category is create, return, invoke. So here we have a new keyword, which is used to create an instance of a class. Return keyword, which is used to return a value from a function, from a method. This keyword is used within a method or a constructor to reference, for example, the current instance of this class. And same as similar to this, super keyword is used to reference the instance of the parent class from within a method or a constructor. So the next category is multithreading, and here we have synchronized is used to define a block of code which can be accessed only by one single thread at any given time. And then volatile keyword, which is used to mark a variable which can be accessed, so it can be read or written to from the main memory, not from the processor cache. And here I listed also other like as a category. So here we have instance of keyword, which is used to define whether or not an instance is an instance of a particular class. Then enum keyword is used to declare an enumeration, so a set of named constants, for example. Assert keyword is really useful for in unit tests to assert whether some statements is correct. For example, if it's true, if it's now or not now. Um, Transient keyword is used to define that a field or a variable of a class um, cannot be, it won't be serialized if it's marked as transient. Strict FP used to restrict the calculation with floating point numbers. That's why FP, floating points. And these two keywords, const and goto, are not used in Java. Um, they they are not used at all in any version of Java. But also this strict FP keyword is not used since Java 17. So you can use it, it's valid to use it, but it will have absolutely no effect. And um, yes, and I just wrote this category after Java 8. We have new keywords, var and yield. For example, var is used to declare a variable, a new type, kind of a new way to declare syntactically to declare a variable. And yield keyword is used only in switch statements to return the execution of the function, for example, um, to the switch block and not to the function. Because if you use return statement, you'll return from the function and you will finish the execution of the function. But when you use yield keyword instead of return, you will return it to the switch block. So it's very useful keyword. So this is it regarding the keywords in Java. Please hit the like button if you like the video and subscribe for the channel for the updates because there will be many new videos regarding the Java interview preparation. So thank you for watching and see you in the next one.